Back home in Hannibal, we had Pete over 100 lots of times.
Why?
Casper Niles tried to fry an egg on the sidewalk in front of his drugstore one time.
Good old Smokey, he got a hit.
In Hannibal, they were always saying that cool air was on its way from Canada. I certainly don't see any sign of it here, do you? Well, do you?
Do I what?
See any sign of cool air?
You're blind, you're blind. See any sign of what, dear?
Never mind. It wasn't important. When we met in 1938, it was November. When I said that I would be his mate, it was December. I reasoned he would be the greatest husband that a girl had ever found. That's what I reasoned, that's what I reasoned. Then April rolled around.
Strike 3, ball 4, Walker, Arnold, Tyler. So you're blind up, you must be out of your mind up.
6 months out of every year, I might as well be made of stone. 6 months out of every year when I'm with him, I'm alone. 6 months out of every year, he doesn't take me anywhere. 6 months out of every year when I play cards, solitaire. The other 6 months out of every year, we are hardly ever seen apart. But then the Washington Senators, they go for my place in the club. 6 months out of every year, I might as well be wearing gray. Life is just an awkward boy from which I find escape. 6 months out of every year.
try to murder it. Just slip one through the infield. Come on, boy, get lucky. The ball's in the dirt, and he swings. That does it.
Did the Washington Senators win, dear? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, maybe they'll win next time.
Damn Yankees.
What, dear?
I'd like to lick those damn Yankees just once.
But how can you if they're the champions?
We had just one long ball hitter. Just one.
Honestly, Joe, you're going to get yourself a stroke if you keep this up. Or at least ulcers.
Wham!
Oh, Joe. Now, my friend's sister and Doris, they like baseball too, but they don't suffer so. Well, I'm going to bed. I've got bridge club tomorrow. Good night.
Yeah, sure. I mean, good night. Good night, old girl. Wham! One long ball hitter. That's what the team needs. I'd sell my soul for one long ball hitter. Hey, where'd you come from?
Good evening.
Who are you?
A man who agrees with you.
Agrees?
One long ball hitter. That's what the team needs.
You're right about that. You live around here?
My name is Applegate, and I think we have something in common. A love of the national game.
You bet.
You don't like to see the Senators in 7th place.
Well, they may pull together yet.
I'm here to make you a proposition. Not only would you like to see Washington win a pennant, but learning all your life is to have been a great ball player yourself.
Well, I wasn't so bad in high school.
Not so bad. Why, they were scouting you for Kansas City. You've still got your spike shoes in your glove. They're up in...
Who told you?
Would you like to be the greatest baseball player in all of history?
Ha, big joke.
No joke. You can be a great ball player.
I can't even bend over and touch my toes.
Try it once. Just for laughs.
What do you know? Who are you?
I'm quite a famous character, Mr. Boyd. I have historical significance, too. In fact, I'm responsible for most of the history you can name.
Listen, I don't know what the gag is.
Talking to yourself. When you finally slipped your leg. What are you doing out here talking to yourself in the dark?
Talking to who?
It's a sign of old age, Joe, you know, talking to yourself.
It is?
If anything's the matter,
I was just thinking about the game.
we went to the game yesterday. It was Ladies' Day. And I must say, the hot dogs at that park aren't what they used to be. I had the poorest hot dog yesterday I've ever had. Is Meg still up?
No, she went to bed a while ago.
We'll see her at Bridge Club tomorrow. Well, we just came from our ballet lesson.
They couldn't see you.
No, they couldn't. An amusing little stunt. It was all the rage of the Middle Ages.
I think that he's got me. You mean you really are?
Can't believe it, eh?
But that's crazy. It can't be.
The world's full of crazy things, Joe. Crazier every day.
Gosh, what are you doing here?
Great events bring forth great men, Joe. They arise from nowhere. They take command. That's history.
What are you talking about?
I have chosen you, the most dedicated partisan of the noble Washington Senators, to be the hero who leads them out of the wilderness to the championship.
For the Senators from 7th place.
Your powerful bludgeon and sparkling play will inspire the team to greatness. We'll call you Hardy. Joe Hardy. You'll be 22 years old. They'll put a new wing on that baseball museum in Cooperstown dedicated to you. The Hardy Shrine.
Well, what do you want me to do?
Just leave everything to me.
But my job, my wife.
This is a big operation. We can't let little things like that stand in the way.
I just disappear. Is that it?
Very simple.
And what happens after I stop being a baseball player? Then where would I be?
Well, now, of course, that's fairly well known.
Yes, but
After all, there's nothing unusual about it. How do you suppose some of the politicians around here got started? And parking lot owners.
still, if what?
Look, I've got something to trade here. I'm offering you a chance to be what you've wanted to be all your life.
In my business, we have what you call an escape clause.
This is not a real estate deal.
Get out.
Get out!
I've got my wife to consider.
I don't hear any more about your wife. Why? They cause men more trouble than the man. I'm trying to be understanding, but all this haggling. Chance to get out
Well, sure, in that case.
on the 24th of September at midnight. I wouldn't do it, but I don't want to see those damn Yankees win again.
You can say that again.
It's a deal.
It is.
And now the other hand.
That's all?
Sure, what do you expect to do? Sign your name in blood or some phony stunt like that? Come on, let the team need you. Let's not waste any more time.
I want to leave in...
All right, telling you. To interest the Eskimos in split-level igloos. Ha ha ha! I'll call a taxi. Goodbye, old girl, my old girl. When you awaken, I'll be gone. Can't tell you where I go. It isn't fair, I know, but trust in me and carry on. Goodbye, old friend, my old friend. There's something I must let you know. I haven't said it much. I guess I've lost my touch. But my old girl, I love you so. Now I know it hasn't all been rosy. We've had swollen days when tears were brought about. But in a moment or two, chill and coo, and never even knew what we fought about. And though your Joe has to go, he may come back to you again. So sleep your sleep, old girl. Our love will keep, old girl, till then. All right, cab's waiting. I want to get my shoes and my gloves. Can't believe it! Wham! Goodbye, old girl, my old girl. Number two, I don't have to. When I see a guy like you that's not covered, I get worried. I've been uncovered a long time, and I don't worry. Everybody should have an insurance program. Next year, maybe. How's crossword coming, Smokey?
Very difficult.
So Ferguson gives you the signal to steal. It's a pitch out. When I get to second base, everybody's waiting for me except for...
Hit and run, sure.
Right, now you're still at bat.
I take.
Okay, now the count's 2-1.
I don't do nothing.
How can you not do anything? If I wipe the take signal, watch what follows. You go for it.
Oh, sure.
Why couldn't you remember that last night? You could have cost us a big inning.
Gee, Benny, it's not that I'm dumb or anything.
Nobody's being dumb. Exactly.
It's just that I kind of tense up. I kind of... What the hell's the use?
What do you mean?
We don't make those same goofers when we're playing...
I'm talking about? Boys, I know you're not yellow. Smoke, you bang into fences until you drive me crazy. And Rocky, you played 3 games with a broken hand. But your mental state is off in left field. Now listen, baseball is only one half skill. The other half is something else. Something here. Gotta have heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win.
to it, but to do it, you gotta have heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's fine to be a genius, of course, but keep that horse before the cart. First, you gotta have
We haven't got. What have we got? We got. All you really need is heart. We got heart. We don't sit around. Not a solitary song. We are so happy that we're humming. Hum, hum, hum.
That's the hardest thing to do.
Because we know our ship will come in. Hum, hum, hum. So it's 10 years overdue. We've got heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. All the time we need a genius of work. Let's keep that heart.
So what the heck do you, Mr. Crying?
Why should we coin? We gotta get better, cause we can't get worse. Let's do it. We've got heart. We've got heart.
Wait a minute, boys. Tell it to her.
We've got heart. We're so happy that we're laughing. Ha ha ha.
That's the hardest thing to do.
So we ain't been autographed it. Ha ha ha. Except to sign an IOU.
Mindset pop.
What this team did to keep up its morale.
We invite the press this morning, Gloria.
Benny, it's very foolish of you to have this prejudice against me just because I'm a woman. My paper gives you just as much space as the others do.
I only wondered why you're here so early.
I came down to see the naked man. Could be. My boss is very anxious to find out what some of your players think of the Yankees.
Well, I'll tell you something right now. My players don't play dead for the Yankees or any other ball club.
Are you Mr. Manager?
Why make something out of the Yankees? They're a swell bunch of fellows.
Oh, yes, they're very polite. And then they beat your brains out.
They're just another team as far as we're concerned.
I read somewhere they're talking about handicapping the Yankees. Making them carry extra weight, like with horses.
Yeah, so what the hell's on your mind, Mac?
Applegate is my name. My card, sir.
I'm busy. See my secretary.
Mr. Van Buren, I've been a long-time fan of the Washington Senators.
Listen, Mac, I told you I'm busy.
And for some time now, I've been beating the bushes for talent. This is my protege, young Joe Hardy. He's quite a boy with a bat in his trial.
Where have you been playing, son?
Oh, here and there.
Where's here and there?
If you just let me hit a few, Mr. Van Buren, what have you got to lose?
Smokey?
He can hit the ball a country mile. Call me, Bernie?
Why don't you take this kid?
Gee, Mr. Van Buren, thanks, and I certainly hope...
Help us to throw him a few.
Sure thing, come on, Mac.
Hey, wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? If you want to look, you can go out in the stands. The field is for ball players. You don't mind, do you?
Love it, Mac. Just love it. Are you coming, my attractive friend?
Well, I'll look, but nothing.
Wanna bet? boy hard. Can't you hear him grunt?
We'll go out there and tell him to bear down.
Sure. Batting practice is one thing, but how does he do in a real game, huh?
He's got a nice swing.
He's gone.
Over the fence.
It's just luck.
This is costing the club money. Hey, kid. Yeah, you. Come here. That boy has a career ahead of him. And I bet he hasn't got a dime's worth of insurance. What did they say your name was, Joe? Yes, sir. Joe. Joe Hardy. You hit the ball pretty good. Thanks. How's your fielding? I don't know. You don't know? I mean, my manager was supposed to be...
Did you want me, Joe?
Yes, Mr. Applegate. They want me to field some.
Well, go ahead, boy. You can do anything. You know that.
What position do you play? I'd like to be shortstop. Okay, get out there.
How do you like my boy, Mr. Van Buren?
Not bad.
Not bad. Did he get the horse eye right out of the park? Did he get the pill? Bye. How about that? Who's up there, Bill Allen? Hey, boy, D.
Say,
I'm like a cannon.
hit a few Texas Leaguers. See how it moves into them. What kid?
You saw where he's hitting him, didn't you? Over the garden wall. Attaboy, Joe. Rifle it home, boy. Rifle it home.
Where'd he come from?
His name is Joe Hardy.
Okay, Joe, come on in. What's that playing for?
He's 22 years old and chews juicy fruit.
You're a big... Never played anything but sandlot ball, huh? Whereabouts?
Out west.
The Midwest. Hannibal, Missouri. Is that your hometown? There sometimes. We just... You do all right. Thanks. I think we'll give you a contract. Send you out to one of our farm clubs for a little seasoning.
Seasoning? Why, that's ridiculous.
How about it, kid? No, sir, I don't think so. You don't think so? I haven't got time. Time?
Baseball's in a rut. If Ty Cobb came here looking for a chance, you'd send him to Little Rock for 3 years. Come on, Joe, we'll go. It'll be appreciated.
Gee, Mr. Van Buren, give me one more chance, will you? I love the Senators. So do I, and there's only a few of us left. Okay, get your hat. Buster!
More seasoning, eh? That ball's only going for a 600-foot ride.
That's the longest ball I ever saw in my life.
I swallowed my chewing tobacco.
I can't believe it. Where could he have been keeping himself? Okay, kid, you win. Get a unicorn.
You mean it?
Yes, I mean it. Wow, I made it. You were right. Oh, man, this is wonderful. Mr. Applegate, how can I ever thank you?
I'll find some way, I'm sure.
Listen, you guys, don't think I'm crazy or going off my chump or something, but you've got no idea what this means.
Feels pretty good, eh, Joe?
All my life I've dreamed. Oh, gee. Just take it easy, kid. I will. I don't want you to get so excited that you'll tense up on us. I must have tied the wrong knot. Let me wait on you, boy. I got a hunch you're gonna bring up luck.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, no.
Sit still.
Well, I'm glad I came by this morning.
Something happened after all, eh?
Give me the real story on this, will you?
He's a natural talent, that's all.
Oh, don't be coy. Thanks for the loan of your shoes. You did right by them, Joe. What's the matter with your own shoes? I saw you bringing in a pair.
They were too small for me.
Your own shoes? Yeah, I guess my feet had swollen. Maybe it was the excitement or the heat or something. Come on, Joe, I'll take you up to the office. Have you meet Mr. Welch? Oh, great. Shouldn't I put on some shoes? I've got it. Shoeless Joe Hardy.
That you're going to call him?
That's what everybody's gonna call him. I'll give this club some publicity. Shoeless Joe, huh? Pretty good. I'll help you celebrate, boys. Go get the girls. They can help us, too. What's the guy? Let's make Joe famous.
Sure, I'm willing.
Okay, how do we make Joe famous?
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mall.
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mall.
We'll hold down in honor of our new star.
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mall.
What'd you say his name was?
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mall.
You're going to call him Shoeless Joe. Gee, Mrs. Fergus, you got some wonderful ideas.
Oh, I got lots of ideas. Get along, get along. Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mall. Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mall. Lucky or free to be happy here. Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mall. Just as the picture was looking through. Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mall. From a long, long way. To be with us today. With arms that feel like Hercules. Being as good as Hercules. Would you like to
Joe Hardy. They don't even hear him. Look out, here comes Mr. Welch. Who? Welch, the gentleman who owns the club.
Our readers really burning to get some more dope on him.
Of course they are, and we want to cooperate in every way. That's why I asked you here, but you know, sometimes I just don't understand you boys.
May I have your autograph, please? It's for my niece. She's sick. Muscular diathermy.
After all these lean years, we bring her a truly great ball player. And for all you're be proud of, right away this Gloria Thorpe starts sniping him.
You know Gloria Thorpe, Mr. Welch. She's just eager. She's a curious type.
It doesn't help.
As a matter of fact, I'm curious myself. How about those shoes? How come he can't fit into his own pair of shoes?
A pair of spike shoes. They all look alike. He just picked up the wrong pair. That's all. What's the mystery there? This boy's gone from pinch hitter to all the nation in 1 month. It's making the whole team come to life. Then you fellows want to make trouble.
And I'll get Joe Hardy's too. Here comes somebody. He's nobody. Are you anybody?
Not a soul.
Why do they keep after me? Geez, I don't want to speak to them.
Now, Joe, you mustn't be temperamental.
They're a bunch of crooks. You tell them one thing, and they write down whatever comes into their heads.
Look, you talk to him. I'll go in and say he's off his feed.
Joe, you're getting to be a regular prima donna.
Why do they keep after me? Why can't I just play baseball instead of sitting around answering a bunch of questions? Making up things about my past.
It's all right. If you get in a jam, you can always turn to me.
I don't want to get in a jam.
Also, it seems as though sometimes you forget who made you what you are today.
I'm batting .480.
As a baseball player, you're a triumph. As a man who goes through with a bargain, you leave something to be desired. I followed you last night.
Oh?
And I followed you the night before.
Oh. Don't you just know where I am without all that effort?
No, Joe. I have to do most of the things the hard way.
Well, is there any objection to my walking around where I used to live?
Yes, you know how I feel about homes and wives.
That's why I didn't tell you I was going back. I love baseball, Mr. Applegate, but I'm homesick.
I'm planning a little diversion for you. I've sent for a very attractive girl from Chicago.
I don't like people from Chicago. I once sold a house to a couple from
Oh, nuts on that, Joe! I'm offering you a chance to know one of the most fascinating women in the history of the world.
No, thank you.
Well, don't go back to Magnolia Street. Do you understand? I forbid it.
You don't know me yet, not until after midnight on the 24th.
And then?
Is it so terrible just to want to go home?
It's gauche! You're too big for that kind of sentimental nonsense, Joe. Now you just think things over.
I am thinking things over. I'm thinking about a lot of things. A man doesn't know what he has until he loses it. When the man has the love of a woman, he abuses it. I didn't know what I had when I had my old love. I didn't know what I had till I said goodbye, old love. Yes, a man doesn't know what he has till it is no longer around. But the happy thought is, whatever it is, he's lost. May someday once again be found.
Mr. Welch really wants to speak to you.
Joe.
Mr. Welch?
Joe, Miss Thorpe hadn't quite finished talking to you. You don't mind, do you, lad?
I'll do whatever you say, Mr. Welch.
Come in.
Joe's feeling better now if you've got any other questions.
Not that I've got more questions, Mr. Welch, but I don't think you caught the answer to the one I asked.
Which one?
Your family?
They've all passed away. I haven't any family. Nobody.
What about friends?
Well, he's got one friend I know of. Put me down, little girl.
What about friends back in Hannibal? Heard from any of them?
If y'all will permit me to say a word, I happen to represent the Hannibal Bugle. And I'm telling y'all right now that everyone in our little old town is just as proud as pumpkins of our little old Joe.
Well, thank
little old you and thank little old Joe.
Quit picking on the boy, will you? He hasn't got anything more to tell you. If you want to ask questions, ask me.
Okay. Do you think Washington's going to win the pennant?
When hell freezes over.
Don't be so funny. What's so funny? What's so damn funny about Washington winning the pennant?
No, Joe!
Who's winning more games than we are?
Well, Joe,
I don't know why it's such a funny idea that we should count the pennant. All we have to do is win games.
Here.
I guess I talk too much.
No, you didn't. These newspaper people don't know what it is to have your heart in a ball club. Okay, we're not even in the first division, but strange things happen in baseball. We're playing like a new team. We're climbing. We're moving up. So you think what you please, and I'll think what I please. But don't blame me for hoping, and don't blame me for loving this boy. Who's made it possible for me to hope? Now you can go put it in your papers, but I say we'll have the pennant sewed up by the 25th of September. That's what we think, isn't it, Joe?
The 25th? The season ends on the 25th?
That's right, Joe.
Well, we'll have it sewed up by the 24th.
Now there's a statement for you.
how sneaky can a fellow get? To the nation's capital.
Thank you, Chief.
Have a nice trip.
Perfect. The plane crashed in Cleveland.
Good. Know about that job in Chicago?
Got the old boy to embezzle $100,000 and lost it for him at the racetrack. His wife left him and he took to drink. I told him I was through, and he jumped out a window. 22nd story.
Oh, that's high enough? That's fine.
Want me to try the Empire State on the next one?
No, Lola. This is a straight seduction job. A new boy I just got hold of. Look, Lola, I've done a terrible, foolish thing. I'm really ashamed to confess it. I let this real estate genius talk me into an escape clause.
Never heard of it.
You'll never hear of it again. It slipped by me. I've got too much on my mind. I'm overworked.
I know, poor dear. Election's coming up.
So when I made this Joe Hardy deal...
Joe Hardy?
That's his name.
Gee, they say he's great. Clarence just raved about it.
Who's Clarence?
You know.
Look, Lola, here's the tie-up. This is a mass torture deal like the 100 Years' War. I've got thousands of senators' fans drooling under the illusion that Washington's gonna win a pennant.
Oh, Chief, that's awfully good. There'll be suicides, heart attacks, and apoplexies. Just like the good old days.
But the key to the whole thing is this fellow. He wants to go back to his wife. For all I know, he could be sneaking out there right this minute.
Well, don't worry, Chief. You know I'm pretty good at making men forget about their wives. This is a routine case. I'll give him the standard vampire treatment.
There's not a home wrecker on my staff better than you, Lola. But this fellow's stubborn.
Come on, Chief. You know I got what it takes. Don't make me brag. I took the zing out of the king of Siam. I took the starch out of the sails of the Prince of Wales. It's no great art getting the heart of a man on a silver platter. A little brain, a little talent, with an emphasis on the latter. I made mincemeat out of a sweet young farmer. I knocked the fight out of the night when I've used his armor, and I'll bet I can upset every male in a Yale regatta. A little brains, a little talent, with an emphasis on the latter. You've got to know just what to do, and how to do it. You've got to know what tea to brew, and how to brew it. You see the sign that says George Washington once slept here. Well, though nobody spied him, guess who was beside him? Bring on that boy, he'll be a toy to Lola. Just one more case she can't erase. With that old buffalo, what's my plan? Same as with any man, I'll use the standard pattern, plus a little this and a little that, with an emphasis on the latter. How about going on the town with us? No, thanks. Macy, you might as well face it. Joe is never coming back. I like to pretend he is. We've got to go on living. I am living. You know, living life to the full. Now come with us. We're going to go down to the station to see Gregory's pet come in the train to California. After we finish baking cookies. Oh, and I bet they're done. Oh.
Ma'am,
Oh, yes. May I help you?
I came about, that is, someone told me you had a room you might be willing to rent.
Me? Rent a room?
That's what they said. Some fella down at the corner. I'm looking for a nice, quiet place.
My goodness. I never even thought of renting a room.
I wouldn't be any trouble, I can promise you that.
Well, I'm sure you wouldn't. But you see, Mr.
Joe Hardy.
My husband's name is Joe.
Is that so? That's quite a coincidence.
He's away.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yes.
For long?
Not too long, I hope. He had to go on a trip.
I guess that's why this fellow thought you might have an extra room.
I wonder who that could be. Me! Oh, dear, excuse me. We're cooking for the bridge club. I'll be right back.
I'd certainly appreciate
They're
it.
coming right out to meet you, just as soon as they fix their hair. I have a nice room that was my husband's den that lives as a guest room. It has a nice studio couch. Would you like to see it?
Oh, I know it's all right.
You better take a look at it. Oh, and I'd have to ask you not to use the downstairs when I have bridge club. That's every 3 days.
That wouldn't bother me. I go away quite a bit anyhow. I'm away for like 2 or 3 weeks at a time.
Oh, I see.
You have to live in hotels when you're on the road. And you get kind of lonesome. Just to be in somebody's home. That's why, you see, I thought, I was just walking around this neighborhood, wishing I could live out this way.
I guess I see, Cootie. You just missed somebody that you left behind. Is that it?
Yes, I do. I've missed somebody something awful.
Well, I know how that is.
A man doesn't know what he has until he loses it. When a man has the love of a woman, he abuses it. I didn't know what I had when I had my old love. I didn't know what I had till I said goodbye, old love. Yes, a man doesn't know what he has till it is no longer around. But the happy thought is, whatever it is, he's lost. May someday once again be found.
I know what you mean, Joe, only too well. For I am lonely just like you. Lonely for my Joe, my sweet Joe. How really sweet, I never knew. I really never knew. A woman doesn't know what she has until she loses it. When a woman has the love of a man, she abuses it. I didn't know what I had when I had my old love.
I didn't know what I had till I said goodbye, old love. Yes, a man doesn't know what he has till it is no longer around. But the happy thought is, whatever it is, he's lost. May someday once again be found.
Your room's at the head of the stairs. Oh, where is he? Oh, he's upstairs. He's gonna take it. He's just clearing out a couple of drawers. Don't you want us to look him such a nice boy. I'd like you to meet some of my friends. Mr. Harper and Sister Miller.
Hello there.
And Doris Miller.
How do you do? Isn't it a gorgeous day?
Sister! What? Come here.
Look, Mrs. Boyd, here's a mighty funny thing. While I was clearing out a dresser drawer, I found an envelope addressed to you.
You did? Well, that's strange. I thought it was everywhere after... Well, what do you know about that? My gosh, look, money. Well, see, you certainly have brought us luck. Look at this, girls. I guess Joe left this here with... You're Joe Hardy, aren't you?
I guess I...
It's Joe Hardy, Dave, not Mr. Harper. It's Joe Hardy. He's a great speedboat. Oh, my goodness, I'm glad I got this. May I have your autograph? You don't know how much you make. He's a hero.
He saw the game in that home run in the seventh. Was that an inside pitch? Was he just trying to loosen you up? Oh, yes, and wonderful double play. Did you hurt your hand?
Yes, may I help you?
I'm from City Hall.
Where?
City Hall, just serving official notice in the neighborhood.
What kind of notice?
New zoning law. No one is permitted to take boarders in this neighborhood.
But they do. People do.
Effective as of today.
What's this?
Why, this man, he's...
It's all right, May. Mrs. Boyd. I know this man. Just let me talk to him. Really, Mr. Applegate, you're carrying things too far.
Joe, she's here. I told her all about you. She's interested. You know what I mean? A real sexy baby.
If you keep hounding me this way, I'm not going to be able to play with the dam.
You think I like it, coming out here and wasting my time, not to mention the money spent on costumes?
Can't you understand how I feel?
No.
I was married when I was only 20. No matter what went wrong with my life or my business, there was someone I could trust. A place to come to where I could feel protected. This home. And I can't get over it all at once.
Joe, you're not trying.
And if you'd like to know, I've rented a room here.
But I told you, ow, my hook!
Oh, he's just a practical joker.
Oh, I guess I'm not much of a judge of character. That's what my husband always said.
We're going to fix your room up with a lot of Joe's old baseball pictures, Mr. Hardy.
My husband's a great fan, you know.
Oh, a fanatic. Every night in front of the television set, you see that big, fat slug.
I've had such a good time in years.
And neither have I.
The jerk lost it in the sun.
You're just an revolt team, that's all. I hope the so-called bombers enjoyed themselves as much as I did tonight. Hey, you look pretty near like ball player today. 3 for 5, kid. 3 for 5. A lot of Joe's fan clubs wanted to do things that night. I asked him if he wanted this party. He said no. He only wanted to be in the Hall of Fame.
He was kidding.
I don't think so.
A party for Joe is a good idea. But a month from now, at the end of the season.
Sometimes I think Joe's 14 years old. Sometimes I think he's 50.
Well, I hear we finally got Joe on television.
Does that surprise you?
Well, I was wondering if you could tell me why he's been refusing to appear before this.
My dear girl, he's shy.
Mr. Applegate, I'd like to ask you just one more question. When Joe was back in Hannibal, did he have the same name?
Yes, Hardy. You spell that with an H.
What's so funny?
Something came to mind. It wasn't important.
We played a nice game tonight.
His batting average went up 4 more points. Now it's 524. Not bad for a raw rookie.
Yes, very raw.
Lovely girl. I know she makes some nice young man very unhappy. Kid, 3 for 5.
Hey, Rocky, that dumb block's made it from the truck sitting out there waiting for you.
Tell her to keep chewing her gum and wait.
She asked about the reception committee.
I see you're dressed for the parts.
Did you see Dawson throw down that glove when I hit that 3-2 pitch?
Swing at the ball, next thing I know, I'm riding into third.
Senators 9, well-known Yankees 2. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna memorize that.
All right. I was just talking to Mr. Welch, and he's pretty pleased. Get some sleep, boys. We'll pin their ears back and a bone out for them tomorrow.
3 for 5.
Hey, Rocky, she's trying to cheer out.
Hey, Joe, how'd it go?
Fine. Yeah, what'd you tell the great invisible audience? I told them we were lifting our mortgage on the second division, and taking an option on first play.
You sound like one of them white-collar workers.
I used to sell a little real estate, just a sideline. Every ball player should have a sideline.
Good evening, gentlemen. Great game, Joe. I'm proud of you, my boy.
Hi, Joe. Good night, fellas.
Joe, did you notice that charming young lady sitting in the box with me?
Yeah, I saw her.
She wants to meet you. I'll bring her in.
Well, wait till I get my pants on.
That's my boy.
You know, I got sort of a date out home. I mean, I know you don't like it,
But, Joe, I do like it. I've changed my mind. I want you to be happy.
thanks.
But she's a sweet kid, and she wants to meet you, so I thought...
Sure.
Lola! She talked about you all through the game. Ah, here we are. Joe, I would like you to meet my friend Lola.
How do you do?
This is Joe Hardy,
I have seen him from a distance.
and admired him.
You should not tell what I admire.
Joe, this is Senorita Lolita Banana. You may have seen her pictures in the papers. She was Miss West Indies.
Well, it's certainly a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Joe, keep Lola company for a second. I have to get a hot dog.
Wait. Gee, where's my manners? Won't you sit down?
You're so polite. This is where you all get ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Interesting. The truth is, Mr. Joe, I do not know how to talk to a man so famous like you.
What about yourself, Miss West Indies? That's going some.
Oh, it is silly. I'm ashamed they told you. Mr. Applegate tries to show me off too much because my picture's in the papers and I may be pleasing to look at in a bathing suit. Is that important?
Well, as the fellows would say around here, it ain't bad.
No, Joe. What is inside of me? If I'm an interesting person, that is important.
Oh, I agree.
What are those?
Oh, that's where we pack our duffels when we go on the road.
Oh, Joe, you like music? You like dancing?
Well, I'm not so hot at dancing, but I like music. I studied cornet for 3 years. I really studied for 4 years. My teacher said I have a natural left. For cornet playing. I mean, to play the cornet, you have to have good left.
Oh, Joe, you're a wonderful boy.
I am.
You're so honest.
I'm honest, but I'm dumb, too.
I like people who do not brag about themselves.
Well, me too. I don't know where Mr. Applegate seems to be.
Did you know? You and I feel just alike about things.
We do?
I think we shall become to know each other quite well. Joe, would you like to take Lola someplace tonight?
Gee, I sure would like to, but you know what Mr. Van Buren would say.
He'd say, you lucky boy.
No! He'd say it's late. He likes us to get to bed early.
Any particular place? Oh, Joe, you think I'm a naughty girl.
No, I don't. It just, you see, I rented a room out in Chevy Chase this afternoon. And I promised to move in tonight. I have to go home.
Home?
Yes, I promised to be there.
You want to hurt Lola's feelings?
No, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
But Lola wants you to stay with her.
We're in training, and we have to keep the strict rules and all that.
You can tell me all their rules.
You're making this very complicated.
Then be good boy.
I'm trying to.
And do like Lola tell you to do. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. And little man, little Lola wants. Make up your mind to have no regrets. Recline yourself, I always get what I aim for, and your heart and soul is what I came for. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. No use to fight, don't you know you can't win? You're no exception to the rule.
apple you give it. Give it. Yes, Joel?
If it was you I'd promised to come home to tonight, you'd want me to, wouldn't you?
I see.
You're awfully wonderful, and I wish I was two people, but I'm only one, and I'm married.
What a flop! Just a routine case, eh?
I was wrong. He is different.
Alibi aye.
I never ran up against one like that before.
Oh, bosh, you double bosh! Get yourself a new line! Your methods are old-fashioned. Whatever Lola wants. Whoopie boopie boopie boop. Oh, not good.
Time. Just give
There isn't any more time. They go on the Western trip. But when he comes back, I'll smoke him out. When he comes back, I'll start a scandal in the neighborhood. She'll have to throw him out.
What kind of scandal?
Good Lord, the boy's living right there in the house with that woman. Aren't you shocked? I am.
We'll make a little speech first, then we'll bring on these acts, whatever they are. I hope you haven't got too many.
No, there were about 100 fan clubs that wanted to reform, but we just picked the best. You'll give me a list? Oh, yes, I have it in the dressing room. Miss West and the fans can't find their costumes. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Welch.
You feel all right about everything, do you, Benny?
Well, I'm not just bubbling over with joy about the game we played today, if that's what you mean.
Well, don't show it. Let's make it a good party tonight. We've come to the end of the season better than I've dreamed.
2 games to go.
Now, you just relax. We'll be the champions. All we have to do is win one of those games.
But the way Joe cracked up on us today.
Easy. Come on, Joe. How's it feel to have the whole town honoring you?
Feels like I wish I deserved it.
Now, Joe boy, we'll show him tomorrow, hey? Here's the list. Oh, thanks.
Excuse us, Joe.
I have to practice my speech.
Oh, Folderol! Folderol! What business is it of yours where Joe lives?
I'm curious, that's all.
Joe moved out of that house in Chevy Chase because he... Why did you change to the hotel, Joe?
To be near to you. And let me say something else. We're going to win that pennant tomorrow. You wait and see.
That's the spirit! That's the way a ball player should talk, don't you think?
I think a lot of things, my friend. You see, I've just come back from a trip to Hannibal, Missouri.
Well, did you drop in and say hello to the boys at the Bugle?
There is no bugle, Mr. Apple Juice.
You know my name.
Yes, I do, but I don't know Joe Hardy's name.
What was that crack?
One thing I do know, his name isn't Joe Hardy.
If you're referring to the rumors that in reality he is Shifty McCoy, I deny it emphatically.
Who's Shifty McCoy?
All right. If you haven't heard it, I haven't said it. What's your big problem, anyhow? Why do you say he isn't Joe Hardy?
No one in Hannibal has ever seen or heard of Joe Hardy. His birth isn't registered there. He's a faker. Where'd he come from?
Oh, don't be so nosy. Go home. Get married. Have children.
Congratulations. I've become a fan officially. We're putting on a dance in your honor tonight.
That's very nice, Miss Banana.
No, Miss Banana's gone. No accent, didn't you notice?
Kidding me again, I guess.
No, Joe, just kidding myself. I'm just a bad hussy who's joined a fan club without instructions from Mr. A.
He wanted us to lose today, didn't he? Didn't you hear him giving me the rags throughout the game? Personal things. Anything to put me off. That's why I threw that ball into the stands. I was trying to hit him.
You let in 2 runs and hit an old lady. He was delighted.
What does he want?
Tomorrow's the 24th.
Yes?
I think he doesn't want to lose you.
What do you want?
I would like to be your friend.
I guess you mean it. Thanks.
Joe, you make me feel girlish, and I'm 172 years old. You see, many men have loved me hopelessly, but I felt nothing. And would you believe it? You're such a good, honest, loyal, dumb, ordinary man. You make me feel tender. It's quite exciting. You still believe me?
Of course.
Benny? You part of the shindig? Benny, ever heard of a ball player named Chichi McCoy? Isn't he that kid that took a bribe in the Mexican League about 4 years ago?
Oh?
Threw a game and they caught him at it. What happened? Took it on the lam. Never been heard of since, as far as I know. Did you know him? No, Miss Thorpe. I remember seeing his pictures in the papers at the time. It was quite a scandal. Of course. That's where I'll find it. Mr. Welch? Could you tell me where there's a phone? No, never mind.
I'm ready.
We're going to start. Clear everybody.
Now this is Joe's night, and I'm not going to start off with any long speech. Later on, you may have to listen to a tribute or two. Right now, we're going to sit down and see what some of Joe's fan clubs think of him. Now, this first number is by the We Love Joe fan club, starring my attractive secretary, Miss Weston, and she will be joined by a new member, Lola. Then we'll do a number appropriately entitled, It's Not Where You Start. A bit far, don't you think?
Didn't you like it?
I liked it fine. Pop him up. I'll bring him down again.
Go what?
It's already started. Keep your eyes open, homewrecker. I'll show you it's not where you start, but where I finish you both off.
Mr. Welch has just had a call from the commissioner. That's the one call he always answers. And he asked me to take over. Now, folks, let's show Joe what we really think of him. Who can fly above the snow? Shoot a Joe from Animal Row. Solid hard and mighty up. Shoot a Joe from Animal Row.
Joe!
What's the matter?
Joe! Very terrible thing has happened. In a few minutes, there'll be an extra on the streets accusing you of being a fellow who took a bribe when you played with the Mexican League. Quiet! Quiet! I want Joe to tell us it's not so.
Took a bribe?
Yes, Joe.
But I wouldn't do such a thing.
The commissioner's called for a hearing tomorrow morning.
But it would say such a thing about me.
If you can acquit yourself, you can play. Otherwise, not.
They gotta let me play. Listen, everybody, you've gotta believe me. I'm not any crook. I died for the team. And I will. I will win. We've got to win.
nothing wrong.
Mexican League Fooey.
That wise Thorpe dame's gotta be run out of town. Damn right.
Joe's up there in the commissioner's office right now trying to clear himself.
I bet you the Yankees are behind this whole thing.
Yeah, you tell him.
They're scared of us.
Now listen, whether Joe's with us, whether Joe's with us or not, you guys are gonna go out there and play red hot baseball. We're the best club in the league, and you know it. Now, when we take the field, I want you to forget about Joe and fill the park with so many base hits that the Cleveland Indians will think it's the Third World War.
Benny's right.
We gotta forget about Joe and just think about the
You
game.
can't play good if you're worrying. I found that out.
That's why I got this outside hobby. Someone give me a four-letter word for it. You can do it to an A.
What did the Cleveland Indians do to us yesterday?
They murdered us.
Next on that stuff. Beats. Talk about sound cheerful, eh?
Yeah, women.
No women. You forgetting the rules?
No, but I ain't forgetting women either.
Benny says if we're going to survive in the big leagues, we got to pay attention to all them strict rules.
Well, he's right.
No women. No drinking. No late hours. No women. We got to keep our minds on the game. We've got to think about the game. The game, the game. We've got to think about the game. The game, the game. Booze and bras may be great. Though they're great, they'll have to wait while we think about the game. There was this waitress back in Kansas City, built for comfort, dumb but pretty. Yeah. And her perfume sure did smell, so we got her up to my hotel suite. She kills 2 drinks of gin with a twist. The lights were low and she slips me a kiss. Then I thought about the game. The game, the game. Yes, I thought about the game. The game, the game. Though I got that lady high, I just left her high and dry, cause I thought about the game. He thought about the game.
There was a Pullman car that I got lost in on the sleeper out of Boston. Compartment doors all look the same. They're walking one and there's a stave there. Blonde, stacked, absolutely fair. Nothing separating us but air. Then I thought about the game. The game, the game. Yes, I thought about the game. The game, the game. No, my heart just stayed for tea. All I said was pardon me, cause I thought about the game.
He thought about the game.
When a chicken in the eye, remember
That day. When you're dying for some rye, remember free brain.
if you're losing at craps. Now clock says it's 11, and suddenly each roll you roll comes up a 7, and you're in the kind of die where men are men.
Be polite, say goodnight, you should be in bed by 10.
When your mother bakes you cakes, remember,
Stay thin. When you're kissed until it aches, remember, don't give in. Every rule we shall obey to be sure. Cause to win we've got to stay good and pure. Good and pure.
hey, Rock, remember the twins we took a ride with?
Operating side by side with.
We're out at Guthrie, Moss, and
The
Philly.
night is warm, the sky's idyllic. So I suggest we sleep beneath this tree.
With no one there but Rock, Fed, Chicks, and me. There we were, lying side by side beneath this tree.
4 minds with one single thought.
I look at my girl.
When I look at mine,
It was quiet. Fell. Swoop.
we thought about the game, the game, the game. Yes, we thought about the game, the game, the game. To our women, one and all, we will see you in the fall. But for now, we got to solve every day. And think about the game, think about the game. Think about the, think about the, think about the, think about the, think about the game.
what counts. The tickets are all sold out long ago. Oh, Joe.
Meg,
Thanks for coming.
they postponed the hearing till 10 o'clock tonight.
I didn't know whether it was all right for me to phone you.
Of course it's all right.
Joe, I had something to explain. You see, if I had known you were going to be in all this trouble, I wouldn't have made you give up your room. I want you to know that. I wouldn't care how much people talked.
I guess it was for the best. This is the 24th, and it'll all be over soon.
You mean the baseball season?
Everything.
How you talk? Everything what?
Tomorrow we play the Yankees for the pennant. If I shouldn't be there, would you think I was a crook?
Well, of course I wouldn't.
Do you think I'm Shifty McCoy?
I know you're not. It's silly. You're not the least bit shifty. You're moody. Now, if they called you Moody McCoy, then I think there might be some grounds.
Well, I just wanted to have my name cleared before I disappear.
What in goodness name are you talking about?
There's a witness coming up from Mexico City who knew Shifty McCoy. He'll be at the hearing tonight, and then I'll be proved innocent.
Of course you are. You're a good boy. I know that.
Do you think I'm from Hannibal?
No, Joe, I don't. But it's just as Sister said. If you want to pretend you did, then you must have your reasons. And it is an honor to the town. But I know you're good. I may not be a judge of character, but I know when somebody's good. That's why I keep saying Joe, the other Joe, will come back. Because he was a good man, too. Now that you're gone, I miss him more than ever.
He will come back.
You don't have to cheer me up.
He's closer than you think.
What would you know about it?
That's all right. Just remember what I said. He's near to you, near to you. Though you think he's far away, he's near to you, always near to you, as near as April is to May. Can't you see him there in his favorite chair, staring at the fireplace? Oh, so near to you, always near to you. Why, you might as well be face to face.
He's near to me, even though he's far away. He's near to me, so near to me, as near as April is to May.
If he's really dear to you,
He's dear to me,
he's near to you. You may be far apart, and yet
if he's in my heart.
really in your heart. How near to you?
How near to me, how near to me.
Can he get?
It's psychology, baby, just psychology. Do you suppose this noble young Joe Hardy will desert his team and the men who have trusted him? Never.
But suppose.
You're not supposed to suppose. I've put a lot of effort into this case.
Well, he's an interesting boy.
And once I've got him for keeps, I'll make him throw the game. It'll kill him.
As for me, I'm sorry.
What did you say?
I said I'm sorry for him.
Of late, I have noticed a certain laxity on your part. Are you forgetting every principle I ever taught you? All right, Lola, 100 times.
Never feel sorry for anybody, never feel
Can
sorry
anyone
for
guess
anybody,
who
never
that
feel
is?
sorry
Come
for
in,
anybody.
Joe.
Never feel sorry for anybody, never feel sorry.
All right, Lola, knock it off later. We've got the greatest baseball player in the world here. Let's do him homage.
That's very kind of you to say that, Mr. Applegate. But it doesn't look as though Joe Hardy would ever make the Hall of Fame.
One never can tell.
I've made my decision. That's what I came to talk to you about. I wish to exercise the escape clause, which is supposed to take place on the 24th, which is today.
Aren't you being a little hasty?
I've thought it all over. I found there's something more important than just being a hero.
Deep, this boy, very deep.
I want out. I want to go back.
Very well. An operation of this sort has to take place at the witching hour. So at 5 minutes to midnight, if you still want to go back, just say the word.
Suppose the hearing's still going on. You're going to change me back right there in front of everybody?
No, that would cause talk. All you have to do is say, let's step into the next room. Joe Hardy will go through that door, never to return. Took it on the lam, they'll say.
I just wanted to make sure that there was no misunderstanding. Goodbye, Lola.
Never feel sorry for anybody, never feel sorry for anybody.
All right, Lola, let's not just have the letter, let's have the spirit.
Never feel sorry for anybody, never feel sorry for
Get
anybody.
too impudent with me and I'll degrade you. And get Clementine in here for this work. Get too fresh and I'll put you back on your broom. Now, while I go to the hearing, I want you to sit over there and think of 3 dirty tricks. And they'd better be good. What's the matter with you anyhow, huh? You discourage me. Whenever I'm from time to time and a trauma wells and swells within my breast, I find some pride deep inside of me as I fondly walk the lane of memory. I see Bonaparte, a mean one, if ever I see one, and Nero fiddling through that lovely blaze. Antoinette, daisy queen, with her quaint guillotine, those are the good old days. I see Indians, a dragon, an empty covered wagon, when scalping the settlers was the latest craze. And that glorious morn, Jack the Ripper was born. Those were the good old days. I'd sit on my rocking chair, so peacefully rocking there, counting my blessings by the score. The rack was in fashion, the plagues were my passion. Each day held a new joy in store. Was anybody happy? I see cannibals, a munching, a missionary luncheon. The years may have flown, but the memory stays, like the hopes that were dashed when the stock market crashed. Those are the good old days. I walked 1,000,000 miles or more for some of that gold of those good old days.
Well, I'll tell you, because I value the good name of baseball more than I do a victory for my own team.
Oh, just because a picture in the paper taken 4 years ago happens to look something like him. Mr. Welch. I know. Miss Thorpe has the floor.
It isn't because of the picture. The picture only fortified my suspicion that he had a phony background. Well, he never lived in Hannibal. That much I'll promise you.
Not just now.
The paper paid my expense to come down here and testify.
Not just now. Sit down, please. Mr. Hardy?
Yes, sir?
Tell me, son, if you were brought up in Hannibal, just how do you account for the fact that no one seems to remember you? Just give your explanation of the fact. If I may interject a word, out in Hannibal, Missouri, comes this young woman. Subtle, sophisticated. She approaches this simple man here.
Wait a minute. Who's simple? Mr. Commissioner, I'd like to have just one more question answered by this Mr. Applegate. If, as you say, Joe Hardy was born in Hannibal, Missouri, why is there no record of his birth?
You have asked a question.
I have.
And I will answer it.
Thanks ever so.
And it will bring the blush of shame to your fair brow, and a tear to many an eye. The reason Joe's birth is not registered is because his parents were not married. I hope you're satisfied. Yes, we'll drop that line of inquiry. I hope this remorseless inquisition has reached its climax, and good
news. My witness from Mexico City will be here in 30 minutes.
30 minutes? I can't wait. It's 11:45 now.
Mr. Commissioner, I've got to say one thing. I've got to make one thing clear. I've been jeered and abused because I wrote that story, but I didn't originate the rumor about Shifty McCoy. I heard it from someone else. Well, who? That platitudinous manager of our young phenom from Mr. Applegate.
Quiet, please. Mr. Applegate. That is one of the most dastardly of misrepresentations. Just answer the question. I am called here to answer questions. Instead, let me ask one. When my time is needed to fight graft and corruption in organized baseball, why am I called upon to quibble among fellow travelers?
We came here to witness.
If you please.
Just a second, lady. Who is Mrs. Boyd? Take your hands off me, you Republican!
If you please.
We've decided that we should speak up. We're material witnesses. Why, hello there, Mr. Hawkins.
How are you, Meg?
It's the Miller girl.
Hello, girls. How are y'all?
You seem to be old acquaintances.
We'd like to take the stand and testify. We'll take the oath or anything. You see, at first we didn't remember Joe. And then when I remembered him and reminded the girls, then pretty soon they remembered him too. Oh, my. Oh, well, hello there, Joe. My. I just hardly know you now. You've grown up so.
You knew him?
We picked huckleberries together. You must remember Mr. Hawkins. Don't you mind? He used to come in and collect the mail for old Mrs. Peeper.
It's 5 minutes to 12.
What is it, Mr. Hardy?
I'd like to go in the other room and speak to Mr. Applegate.
Wait, Joe, he remembers.
Sure, now I remember.
Hey, I knew that Joe would lie. Silence, please.
That boy sat right there. Let him call a liar to his face, and now, by God, he's vindicated.
I don't want anyone to leave the room.
I said to Benny Van Buren this morning, I said, I know the boy. He's true blue. I know a loyal player when I see one. Why, I says, that boy would go to hell for his team.
You read it with Mr. Welch. That's exactly what Meg said, didn't you? Yes, sir, Mr. Welch. Because we didn't care what the paper said. We never lost faith in Joe. He may have come from a poor family, but that's no sign of disgrace in this day and age. Certainly some of the greatest men in our country have come from poor families. And the way it turned out, some of the greatest baseball players didn't do. See, we all knew each other. Joe,
Where is he?
he's asleep. I gave him a pill.
Why didn't you give him 2?
I did. Move over.
Why not? We're both in the same club now.
Oh, don't cry, Joe.
You should have been there. Mr. Welch said, I know this boy. He'd go to hell for the team. Don't you think that's funny?
You're gonna win, Joe.
Maybe.
I fixed it for you. I said I gave him 2 pills, I gave him 4. He was so delighted with himself and horsing around, he said, give me a drink of demon rum. You know, big joke. So I did, and I slipped 4 pills into it. He won't wake up till after the game.
But I wanted him to be there. I wanted him to sit right there and have to watch us win the pennant.
If he were there, you wouldn't win.
Benny's put him out in center field. I wouldn't hear him from out there. I wouldn't even look at him.
It doesn't make any difference. He owns you now.
Oh, I didn't know how things work. Lola, what were you?
I was the ugliest woman in Providence, Rhode Island.
He'll be good and sore at what you did. Will he change you back?
He threatens.
2 lost souls. I don't know whether to cry or make jokes. 2 lost souls on the highway of life. We ain't even got a sister or brother, but ain't it just great? Ain't it just grand? We got each other. 2 lost ships on the stormy sea. One with no sails and one with no rudder, but ain't it just great? Ain't it just grand? We got each other. 2 lost sheep in the wilds of the hill, far from the other Jacks and Jills. We wandered away and went astray, but you three guys up there already?
I think it's crazy. We'll be perfectly comfortable. We're ready for anything. Sleeping with a lot of men. That's a crude way to put it, Doris. Sleeping in line with a lot of men would be more refined. Oh, darn, suppose some strange man tries to talk to us. That would be nice, but wouldn't it be better with two strange men and one for you, too? A pickup! Doris, you make me sick. You say we should always live. And now we have a chance for a little social contact, and now you want to back out. I want to live, but in the daytime. Some of the best living is done at night, believe me. They were just trying to keep Joe at the game. The whole thing was a frame-up.
Those dames from Hannibal sure told him those 3 old bags ought to get a medal.
Come on, darling, we better get in line. Oh, bags? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. It's what we get for lying. A little white lie for an important thing like a pin is nothing to be ashamed of. No, I suppose not. Because if we lose, I'm going to kill myself.
Washington leads 4-3. The New York Yankees are the potential pioneers in second base. And boy, how they'd like to bring that winner home. All right, we're all set to go with it again. There's the stretch. Check for lead on second base. Here comes the pitch. It's a long drive to deep left field. And it's fouled by 3 feet.
You knew I had to get to the game.
I tried to wake you, I shook you and shook you.
You lie. I see it all now. You doped me. But why? Why did you do it?
Because I love him.
Love.
Yeah!
What happened?
Martin tried to steal second. They got him, they got him. Good old Smokey, he's got the best arm in the league.
What's the score?
4-3 Washington.
Well, I'll get there in time. Washington will lose, even if I have to change Joe back right there in front of everybody.
I don't want to see it.
Come back here. Come back here, you.
He's out! Yeah!
I'm taking 50 now. It's the first half of the 9th inning. 1 away, nobody on. The Senators just 2 outs away from the pen. Hank Bauer sets into the hitting position. Pitcher looking to get a sign, all set to go. He swings into the windup, around into the right arm, and goes to pitch. Bauer swings. There's a long, hard, and ground ball going in the hole, going very short. The whole charge is over. Back in the ball, there's a long throw.
What's the score? What's the score, lady?
4-3 Washington. Come on now, let's go now. Mickey, look back. Get this guy. Get this bug.
Come on, Yankees.
Stop, Joe. Good deed. Come on, Washington. Come on, Joe. Come on, Joe. What's happened? What's the matter? Come on, boy. He can't run. He's lame or something. Come on. Come on, boy. Get coming.
Shut the gate. Nobody else in here. When you boys get Van Buren? I've shut the crowd out, Benny, and the reporters too, until I get this thing straight. Is Joe all right?
He's disappeared.
He can't disappear.
I can't find him.
Benny, looks like something happened to him while I ran for that ball.
That's what I saw. He took off like a rabbit. Then all of a sudden it looked like something hit him. He hobbled like Miss Lane. He was a different man. Clancy. There she goes. I thought we blew it again. Then by God, he made that last lunge and caught the ball. I tried to get to him to see what's the matter, but the crowd got in the way. He ran to the locker room and I haven't seen him since.
Benny, Joe's clothes guy found his pants next to his locker.
Come on.
First denied the disappearance of Joe Hardy. However, many of the players admitted that in the moment he caught that ball and ran to the clubhouse, none of them had seen him. Where is he?
Meg,
Oh, is that you, sister?
I'm back.
Joe? Joe, I'm a sight.
A wonderful sight.
Joe. Oh, Joe. Where have you been? Oh, no. No, I didn't mean that. I wasn't going to ask that.
Don't ask it.
I didn't mean to.
Don't ever ask it.
I won't. You've been on a secret mission. Oh, but now you're back.
You'll have me. All right, Joe. Say things to me, Meg. We've had our little joke. Things about us. It was a mean streak to turn you back. It was an impulse. And I regret it. But I'll make amends. You can show up tomorrow. you white-blooded louse.